Hello, my name is Mr. Allen, and along with Mr. Jacobs, we both teach A-level politics, and I'm going to present a bit of information here on what an A-level politics course will look like, to give you some hints about which A-levels to pick for your sixth form here at Aspire. I'll talk a little bit about the style of the lessons before giving you a bit more content. A great deal of politics is about ideas and understanding information. So there's lots and lots of debating that goes on in our lessons. And the main feature of your understanding of politics is rendered in written form in terms of essays. And I'll talk about the exam a little bit later. I thought I'd start with the quiz that I would normally do if it was a live event, but I put it here online. And if you wanted to, you could pause this video now and see if you could have a go at this quiz. These are the 20 British Prime Ministers of the 20th century. And I put just their abbreviations, as you can see, in the party they were from. If you wanted to, you could pause now and have a go at the quiz, because I'm about to give the answers. So, from 1 to 20, we have Salisbury, the Marquis of Salisbury. We have Balfour, Henry Campbell Bannerman, Henry Herbert Asquith, David Lloyd George, Arthur Bonar Law, Stanley Baldwin, Ramsay MacDonald, Neville Chamberlain, Winston Churchill. As you can see there, number 10, he had 2 administrations. Number 11 is Clement Attlee. We've got Anthony Eden. We've got Macmillan. We've got Douglas Home. We've got Harold Wilson, Edward Heath, James Callaghan, Margaret Thatcher, John Major and Tony Blair. And of course we followed that up with Gordon Brown, David Cameron, Theresa May, and now the current incumbent, Mr. Johnson. And I think this quiz is helpful because it gives you a hint about the fact that we present an enormous array of knowledge to our students, so they have a good grasp of the way political systems work. And I think it's a brilliant course because it's got a lot of crossover with other A-level subjects. So here's a little bit more information about why your son or daughter should study A-level politics. First of all, the skills, really. I think it's a fallacy to assume that if you study politics, you become a politician. It's actually the skills that we're interested in. It's the ability to retain a great deal of information, the ability to interpret information, to draw conclusions upon that, and to evaluate that political knowledge. And quite obviously, for a lot of students at the moment, politics is a central thing that people think about because of how much we're having at the moment. So, for example, the consequences of the EU referendum vote are still being felt in Britain today. In America, the division that partly explains the election of Donald Trump. Lots of students are interested in that. And I think over the 2 years we do offer understanding of those processes and why it's happened. So I think, as well as the skills that we embed in our students, I think it also gives them the ability to go to university having an understanding of the way the world works. In terms of university degree, it's a brilliant A-level for that because it can prepare students for all sorts of degrees. Currently, one of our students is studying history and politics at Oxford University, our ex-students. But as you can see from this list here, it prepares students for a great many high-profile academic degrees. And likewise, it has a great crossover with other A-levels, and a lot of students commonly do history and politics, economics and politics, sociology mixes quite well, as does psychology. Even art has a political nature to it. Art is inherently political, I think. So that's a little bit about why you should pursue the subject. Here's a little bit about some of the content. I can't be exhaustive here because obviously this is only one slide, but it's entirely examined with 3 exams worth 33% each, and all the exams at the end of year 13. And as I said, 3 exam papers. One that's taught by Mr. Jacobs, which is UK politics. My particular obsession is USA politics, and here we look at US politics and compare to Britain. Finally, we both share paper 3, which is political ideologies, and what I like about that is it gives you a good understanding of what does left wing and right wing mean, and it enables you to get some underpinning of what's happened in Britain and America. And just as a bit more taste here, these are 4 of the key individuals we look at when we look at ideologies. One from socialism from the top left. Many have heard of Karl Marx, of course. Locke, who is a great liberal who thought that government should be there for the people. Government shouldn't control the people, but serve the people. Burke, on the bottom left here, a man who thought progress should only happen slowly, so seen as the originator of modern conservatism. And then finally we look at ecologism, which is Mr. Jacobs' particular specialism. And here I've shown you Rachel Carson, who wrote the famous book in the 60s, Silent Spring, about the chemical degradation to the lands and its consequences for the biodiversity. So that's a little bit of an idea about what politics has to offer. By all means, if you're interested further, do contact me via email and I'll answer your questions. But thank you very much.